What's this?
Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I get to do something I'm pretty excited about, and it came as a total surprise. I had no idea, ladies and gentlemen, none whatsoever. I saw this actually released, and I was like, what? Why was this kept from me? It's really hard to keep up with all of the publishers, all of the developers, all of the games that you're pretty excited about. Whether they're sequels, they change, developers, publishers, whatever the case is. Oftentimes you like a certain series and you want to follow it through its, its development and all subsequent releases, or you like a specific developer and you want to follow. Anyway, there's so much, it's hard to keep track of everything. This is one that fell through the cracks. It released on November 1st, 2016. You guys can grab it for 10% off if you grab it before November 8th. It is Eisenwald Blood of November, and it is by Ducks Entertainment. I did really enjoy, and I do plan to continue with Legends of Eisenwald. It's definitely on my to-do list, and it's been since May. It's been a long time, and I need to get back to it. But for now, we're going to get back and hop into this. I contacted the developer. They were awesome and eager to send it over my way and let me play it. They enjoyed what I did on the other Let's Play, so that's awesome. It's always good to build a good relationship with the people that make the amazing games that you love. And they're even trying to get a giveaway going on, and they're going to be working with me to try to give away some copies of Blood of November, possibly the original, Legends of Eisenwald, and maybe even a combo pack with like DLC. We haven't hammered out all the details yet, guys and gals, but we're in talks of that, so maybe you guys, stick around the channel, watch, subscribe, enjoy, and you'll have a chance to win a copy of the game. So good stuff all around. Anyway, I played through the tutorial. I'm excited, guys. I want to get in here. I want to get started. I haven't actually played any of the real game. I played through the tutorial. It's exactly the same as the original tutorial in Legends of Eisenwald. So if you guys have played that, you don't have to play this tutorial. You can hop in and get started, and we're going to do that right now. I am torn. This is where I'm torn right here, guys and gals. We have the three choices. We have the Knight, we have the Baroness, and we have the Mystic. I played around in the tutorial with the Mystic. I sort of like it, but I still don't think I'm good enough to use it. I think it'll get me into more trouble than it'll help me in the early part. I imagine as I continued on, it would probably be really good for me to go that route. However, I played as the Baroness. I kind of want to continue that, but I think I might try the Knight this time around. It pains me. Like, I enjoyed the Baroness. I want to continue with that, but I think I'm going to go with the Knight. So, the Knight is a strong warrior who wears heavy armor, and he excels at melee combat. He bravely leads his troops to glorious victory or honorable death, whether wielding a sword, lance, or great hammer. He is a master of the melee, and when mounted, the Knight is a formidable, steel-clad juggernaut. Alright, we also have the Baroness. We'll just read through what they are, and then we'll hop in and we'll get started here. The Baroness is bold and charismatic woman. I think it should be the Baroness is a bold and charismatic woman. She prefers archery, hunting, and adventure to needlework and music. She handles a bow or crossbow better than anyone else. Thanks to her instinctive cunning and hunting skills, she is at an advantage in the wild and at range. And finally, the Mystic. The Mystic is a learned man who has delved into the realms of metaphysics, astrology, and alchemy. A hard fight is his favorite lesson in philosophy, and the world is his laboratory. When a mystic has mastered the properties of all matter, he can turn iron into glass or fortify wheat chaff until it is stronger than steel. His mind is as sharp as any blade, and his touch is sometimes flame. It's pretty cool. I enjoyed it, but there's very limited... Starting off, there's very limited offensive capabilities, but he does buff you up a lot defensively. And I kind of want to go with it, but I just feel like I'm going to fail. So we're going to hop over it, like I said. We're going to go with the Knight. We're just going to go as Bumpy. It was Bumpy McSquigums. We were Chimera McSquigums in the original game. Let's see if we can't find a better coat. I like dragons. So we're going to go with the dragon. So let's start up the game and begin. I'm going to go with normal. What is personalized? Add a random spread of characteristics for in-game characters. Recommended for skillful players. Should be 2 L's in skillful. I'm finding so many typos in games lately. It's driving me crazy because I don't like pointing it out. I just feel bad. I wish the games were flawless, and I know how much hard work, effort, and energy goes into everything. So it bums me out to see, any kind of flaw It doesn't bother me, it's just, Anyway, I kind of want to do that, but I'm not skillful, so we're gonna just... Yeah, we're doing it. Why not? Alright, we're gonna start up the game. Normal, I'm hoping it doesn't reload us into the tutorial. I don't think it will, but it could. So this is supposed to be more of an open world sandboxy type version of Eisenwald. So there's going to be random things that happen, okay? Less story driven. I say less, it doesn't mean there's going to be no story. Less story driven, forcing you to go down a certain road and do things a certain way. So yeah, it's going to be a lot more open and free from what I've read. I haven't actually got to play it yet, so we're about to hop in and start officially right now. The Duke died without an heir, but the laws of the duchy make provisions for such circumstances. The Archbishop, the head of the oldest and most influential families, and the mayors of the two cities will gather in council. This meeting will take place in the White Fortress on the day of celebration for the venerated protector of the duchy, Saint Wiomad. Oh boy. Sure. And there they shall elect the successor to the duchy throne. Two powerful clans vie for the crown. The House of Eisig, we'll say Eisig, is led by the experienced and calculating Hannah. The commoners know her as the Ice Crow. She is supported by the richest landowners, the Duke's confidants, and the large trade enclaves. The House of Horn is led by the eccentric and temperamental Dieter, probably Dieter or something like that, one of the richest merchants in the duchy, but his fame is not garnered from his fortune but his crazy antics. Wealthy peasants, the working class, and nobles from minor houses support his bid. And well before the meeting, both of them have amassed a sizable force among the local chivalry. Such actions make a bold statement. Neither will give up the crown. But the law remains the best ally, and so such a war will start long before the council, so as to have the advantage on the day of reckoning. The council will bow to the more powerful contender, and by doing so legally grant the victor of this bloody struggle the crown. You are the last one who has retained your neutrality until this day. Soon you will have to make a decision. There is no way to avoid this fight, but you can choose who to fight for. And here we are alive! It should be a graphical upgrade and overhaul. There should be all sorts of just little things that make this a better game in general. Let's take a look at the overall map here. Looks like we start off with some land that we already own. It looks like there are several different towns, settlements, and things that we may be able to gain over the course of whatever it is that we're going to be doing here. There's Loudwater Castle, there's George's Gates, there's some pagans over here, some poachers over there, there's Seats of the Snake, yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. It looks like we have hills, something hills, I don't know. We have Holy Spirit Chapel, that's not under our purview, and then we have a bunch of other stuff that seems, there we go. We have hills, we have Hen House, we have Free Hill, and Under Wall as our starting areas. That's pretty cool. I like that. We're going to speed up the game to 1.5, and we'll see how that goes. We may end up making it faster. Not sure. Alright, so for those of you who are just starting this game for the first time, if you right-click, you can spin the camera around to look at various different places. The camera is locked to your character, your hero, or leader as it were. Looks like right now we have a total of 3 people in our current army. So we're going to go into the inventory here, and there we are. We are adorable. We are Bumpy McSquigums the Knight. We have a recruit who doesn't look like much, and in all honesty, he really isn't much. And then we also have ourselves a hunter who's basically just a guy with a bow who tries to hit things with the bow. It's not looking great for us right now, but that's okay. We started off, we can probably go to our castle here. And, yeah, Free Hill. Your ancestors treated their subjects well, often freeing them from tribute for loyal service. Alright, what are your orders, my lord? Let's talk to our buddy here. How can I help you, my lord? Says Castellan, or Castilian? Castilian, we'll call him that. Or Castellan. It's fine. We can open the apothecary, we can sponsor a trade shop, or appoint a patrol. All these are interesting things. I have no idea what any of those do. Let's open the apothecary. What does that do? My lord, a holy father from the Holy Spirit Chapel most humbly asks for your help to open an apothecary so they can provide necessary help to the locals. It will cost you 300 guldens, which is like our gold. Do you wish me to send these funds to him? Not now. I don't know how much I have. That might be a mistake. Sponsor a trade shop. My lord, a merchant that has made his tent on your lands recently was robbed and lost a significant portion of his goods. He asks for your patronage and help totaling in 600 guldens. In exchange, he shall be obligated to sell his goods at the best price to you and will pay you a regular sum for his sales. Or from his sales. Oh, that's cool. Not now. Apparently we don't have enough money for that, so that's good. And we can appoint a patrol. My lord, the needed equipment for a patrol squad costs 300 guldens. Do you wish me to arrange men to protect your lands? Not now. Okay, so that's that. That's a startup there. We have actions. What are the actions? Collect income from the fiefs. We'll do that. We got 15 gold. We have a total of 315 to start with. Events and rumors. This is our current garrison, so we can actually pull more people from the garrison if need be into service. We can hire, is this an herbalist woman or a peasant woman? This is the healing class, so we're going to pull her into the party there. Definitely want a healer. In fact, what I would recommend, I guess we have 6 people. Probably 2 frontliners are fine, 2 medium liners, and then maybe even run in 2 healers wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But sometimes it's good to get like a priest or something that can buff your front line too. And then your healer is less required to do stuff. So, just a thought. But I think we're going to go out and look and see what we can do. Alright, we're going to head to Hen House here. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. We could hire ourselves another recruit for another frontliner. I think I'm going to skip that for right now. And let's see. I saw something moving over here to where I left. It's a messenger, apparently. We can go to Holy Spirit Chapel. It looks like this guy's going to talk to us. Sir Bumpy McSquigums, the most gracious, magnificent, and illustrious Lady Hannah Isig gracefully invites you at your nearest convenience to visit her in Icy Rock Castle. Can't imagine why they call her the Ice Crone, can you? She certainly wastes no time. Send word that I accept her invitation. Thank you, Sir Bumpy McSquigums. You're most welcome. Alright, the Holy Spirit Chapel. We can hire ourselves a Lector. And it looks like he's going to have this. Shield of Faith. Increase the friendly unit's willpower by 4. And adds his total willpower to his melee defense. It lasts for 2 turns. So basically it makes us much, much more tanky in general. I'm not sure. Is this willpower here? That's initiative. That's willpower. Willpower is 1. Oh, that's not that great. Still, it's a thing. Not sure I want to go with this right now. The will of most soldiers and nobles in the armies with such a character is increased by 2, but the will of the character with the impious or impious characteristic is lowered by 2. Alright, there's also apparently stuff we can trade for here. Healing potions. This is a regeneration potion. It heals a wound. That's pretty cool. Wine adds willpower and health, but it lowers our initiative slightly. We can get a ring of health, a ring of initiative. I might go with the ring of health. You know what? Probably not. Alright, I don't think I'm going to grab you up right now, sir. We can go to the salted pig, or the sated pig, I guess. Maybe that's what it is. I think it's a sated pig. We're going to bypass that. We're going to go to the hills first. And here we can hire a peasant. I highly recommend you never do that. Peasants, I believe, if I'm not wrong, if my memory serves correctly, they are literally useless. They have no upgrade branches. Like, here, I'll show you guys. Give me a sec here. Let's go into our inventory real quick. And if you click on any of these people, we can have an upgrade path. So the peasant woman becomes an herbalist woman, then she becomes an apothecary woman, and she gets various added stats to everything as we continue on. Here we just get 1, we get the invigoration. Here we get vigor, I'm not even sure what that, vigor. Increases an ally's initiative by 14, that's pretty crazy, right? And then we get to diverge upon two different paths. We can go with the healer woman into the enchantress, or we can go down the lines of the witch into the hag. And we go from healer to more heals to even more heals, or we go over here to no longer healing as much. Restores 15 health points of a friendly character and the same amount every turn after it's cast, so a healing over time. Confound, it looks like we become more of an offensive character here with still some small healing abilities, which is kind of cool. It's an interesting path. I never made it to this point, so I don't know. I think the highest I might have made it was the apothecary woman. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. And then we take a look over here. We have the bowman. And again, we can go here to, well, the hunter into a bowman. And then from there we can go to the archer, the veteran archer, and eventually the archer sergeant. Or we can go down the lines of the crossbowman. So specialty of bow or crossbow. That's really what you get out of that. And then this is the first character, the lowest end of the melee group, I guess you could say. And he starts off as a recruit, but then eventually he gets to break off into either a guard or a soldier. And then the watch straight up all the way through to the watch sergeant, or, and this is a spearman guy basically, this side. Over here it's all about other different types of weapons. We can go to infantry, and then we can decide whether we want to go heavy infantry into infantry sergeant, or we want to go to pikemen into veteran pikemen. So there's definitely some differences. I thought the spearmen actually... Spear strike, counterattack, guard, axe strike. So it looks like we have a few different choices. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to get like bogged down and all that. The basic principle of what I was trying to tell you guys is don't hire peasants if you can help it. Sometimes you might need to use them because you can't get anything else. And in those cases, that's fine. But as a general rule, you want to try to avoid peasants. Alright. The Sated Pig. This tavern is famous for its pork roast. The owner is convinced that the meat is only tasty when the pig has drunk beer for some time. And when it is slaughtered, the animal has to be as dirty as possible. Slaughtering a clean pig ruins the taste. That doesn't sound like something I want to... We're going to listen to some rumors here. A magic dog and the Horns University. You sit with the... Alright, let's go with the magic dog. Did you know that Hannah Eisig is a real witch? Sure, just because a woman has intelligence, everyone starts calling her a witch. No, really. This one really is a witch. She can understand the language of animals and can speak with dogs. Once she was talking in the magistrate, and she got so carried away that she didn't notice that she had switched to the canine tongue. Everybody was talking about it afterward, but Hannah had been barking like a dog. Or that Hannah had been barking like a dog. No, that wasn't it. Hannah has magic dog that the Turks gifted her. A magic dog. This dog smells lies. When someone speaks a lie, this dog starts barking. But she can't bring the dog to the magistrate, so she had to mimic her dog's reaction in response to Dieter Horn's speeches. Yes, that is a good animal to have around. Everyone should have one. It would be less crooks around. I would agree. Alright, I don't care about Horns University so much. We're going to leave right... you know what? Let's just get it over with. There's only two here. Do you know of the university that Dieter Horn opened in Seestadt? Hey, that's from our Battle Brothers Let's Play. That's one of the places. That's kind of cool. How can you not? By the way, I'm sure it's an actual German place. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know every single city or every single country that well. I apologize. How could you not? There are so many rumors surrounding it. Apparently the students there do not study, but simply lie about and carouse. The professors are not much better. They say the university isn't much better than a common brothel. Huh. The university was closed recently, or that's what I've been told. Well, not quite closed anyway. It was an unusual situation from the beginning. Instead of the sciences or the arts, the students were taught the tricks of buying and selling. Horn promised that if you were to graduate from his university, then you could sell the very air. But the reality was that those who studied there couldn't close a single sale, and fees for the courses were exorbitant. Ha! There he goes again. Dieter finding a new way to make money. So, some of the former students got angry and took the university to the magistrate court. Instead of closing it, a lawyer decided that the title of the place should be changed to something that more reflected its purpose. Changed it to what? A brothel, of course. Alright, well that was weird, but fine. Alright, and hiring. Now here's another thing to be aware of, guys and gals, with the hiring. This is going to be kind of like a tutorialized start, so the game will pick up a bit as we go on. So I apologize if the start's a little slower, a little bit too descriptive or informative, but this game is quite complex, and I want to get as much information, and possibly some of it's going to be wrong, and I apologize if I do say anything incorrect. I'm still not a master at this game, but I'm trying to let you guys know so you can grab the game, and when you do, you can start off not making a bunch of horrible mistakes. So here's something you need to be aware of. If you take a look up here, we have our main hero, right? He's got the different colored health bar. That's fine, so that's your main hero. And then everybody in the army, you notice none of them have a symbol around them. They're just their person, and that's it. Occasionally, you'll get somebody who will join you, who will fight on your side that's just a guest or a volunteer to your army. And they'll have like a little portrait in the top right, or the top left, I can't remember. And it's going to have like a person or two people shaking hands or something like that. They essentially, you don't pay them anything, they're just there to help you out. These guys you originally had to pay to get them to join you, and once you did that, they're part of your army. They're part of the 4 out of the 6 down here that you have. These guys are mercenaries. They're expensive to hire, and they're really expensive to keep. So I don't know if it tells you the upkeep right now, but if you hire them at 75 gold, and then the longer you keep them, they don't get more and more expensive, I don't think, but they do get expensive. So only hire mercenaries if you need to push for a short period of time, and then you get rid of them afterward. Because again, you can hire mercenaries beyond the 6 people you can carry. It's cool stuff. It's good stuff. It's an interesting and unique way to approach things, and I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, so we've kind of gone over all these different places. I don't really want the holy guy yet. Let's go back this way to Underwall. Who's this guy? Must be another messenger. Yep. Sir Bumpy McSquiggums, if I am not mistaken. Dieter Horn has sent me to arrange a meeting with you. He has much to discuss with you and has prepared good food and entertainment for you at Four Hands Castle. Seems like one of those invitations you can't decline. Well, let him know I will meet him there. Thank you, Bumpy McSquiggums. You won't regret it. It's Sir Bumpy McSquiggums, you peasant. Die. No, it's fine. It's okay. Alright, so we kind of wandered around. We didn't do a whole heck of a lot yet. We're going to go down to Underwall, and we're going to gather up some stuff. There's some poachers and stuff on our lands and some pagans. We're probably going to go deal with them once we get enough people. Alright, and yet again, another peasant. Not the ideal situation. I was really hoping we would actually find better people. Let's go talk to this merchant tent over here. Apparently we can't until we actually officially hire him. Okay, so what this means to me right now is this. We're going to go in here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to steal one of you. Now, if I'm not wrong, the longer you leave them in the castle, they actually train up while they're in the castle. And as such, they actually, I believe they learn, oh, the different colored bars is showing who you have highlighted. My bad, guys. My bad. Anyway, they will actually level up and stuff while they're in the town, whether they fight anybody or not, so they're training. So it's always good to try to max out your garrisons if you can. But again, only do it to, like, things that are useful to have. Like, don't fill your garrison with peasants if you can help it. I'm going to hire another one of you guys, and I'm going to go hire... Nah, we're going to roll with this. This is fine. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to attack the pagans or the poachers, whoever's over here in our woods. Whoever we can find and take out, we're going to attempt to do so. Alright, so what are you? We can probably win that fight. So we're going to go try to chase this guy down. They are outrunning us, which is kind of disappointing and a little bit embarrassing, but I'm hoping that we can catch them. I feel like we're slightly faster than they are, and we'll be able to at least get into a fight before the end of the episode. Alright, so we made it here. Looks like there was a nest for robbers or something over there. Alright, welcome to combat, guys and gals. You can again right-click to change your angle and everything else. Alright, so I believe the way it works is if you attack an enemy and you're the one to initiate the combat, your ranged people get a bonus to initiative by +1, and the enemy's melee gets a bonus to initiative by 1 as well. And it's the other way. If you get attacked, their range gets the +2 initiative, and your melee gets the +2 initiative. It's hard to say. +2 initiative. Who knew? Alright, so we get to shoot somebody. I think we're going to shoot probably that guy. Why? Because we can. I'm hoping that we don't die right away, because they're going to be able to shoot us twice before we're able to move. Which, again, is not the ideal of situations. I'm going to stab him. We're going to hope that we survive it. We did, which is good. Looks like we have another shot here that we can take. I'm going to take a chunk out of your HP, sir. And we get to go and finish this guy off, it looks like. Down he goes. We'll be able to throw a heal, so restoration. Restores 20 health to a friendly character, so we're going to go and do that right now. It wasn't a tremendous amount, but it was a decent amount. Alright, looks like we're going to come over here and we're going to smash this guy with our club, and it's going to be okay. He's going to, of course, attack us back. It's not the most ideal of situations, and I'm pretty sure our guy's going to go down. Now, when they get knocked out, which is probably going to happen right here... Oh, no, they're changing their target. Oh, there they go, because they knew they had it. He's not dead, he's wounded. So he's wounded right now. And if they accumulate more than 3 wounds, they do officially die. But while they're wounded, chances are they won't be rejoining you in combat anytime soon. So, something to be aware of. Alright, I think I'm going to try and take you out. And not just try, but successfully take you out. We're going to go ahead and throw a heal up on you. And we're going to come bash you upside of the noggin. And we're going to go for the kill on you, and chances are he'll flee. Yep. Usually when there's one person left, they are 100% guaranteed not to win the fight. They usually run away. That's exactly what happened here. We got 18 gold out of it. Unfortunately, this wasn't great for us, because we're going to end up spending more money than we actually gained, because I'm going to have to end up going back and healing off of all of that. The Nest of Robbers is hostile, but not something we can really address right now, unfortunately. We're not strong enough. So we're going to head back. We're probably going to go and maybe we'll even swap in one of our other guys and let that guy sit in the back in the castle and heal up, which I think is probably the best idea right now. Now, granted, I said we didn't gain anything. It wasn't a great idea. We got experience out of that, and that's never something to be completely ignored. Granted, we got very little experience. In fact, these guys are all more experienced than we are right now, but it's fine. Alright, so we're going to put you over here. We're going to bring you back into the fold. It's going to be okay, I think. There we go. This is why I told you. Sometimes I like the concept of having 2 healers. But it's fine. Alright, so we did that. I think this is where I'm probably going to break off the first episode. We're more than likely going to go and see if we can't chase down the pagans in our off time, or between, well, not between episodes, but in the next episode, I guess. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share it. Again, stick around the channel. The giveaway details are being discussed. Like I said, I'm not sure what we're going to be doing exactly or how we're going to give it away, but, well, you know, he wants to do a giveaway for, you know, his game coming out, and that's cool. I'm more than happy to take part in that if I can. So, definitely something I'm looking forward to. Oh, I didn't want to actually go into battle. No! Well, I guess we're going into battle. Anyway, after this battle, we'll do the full outro, or basically I'm just going to tell you guys, I guess I could do it while we're in the combat. That's totally fine. Alright, I'm going to go for, oh gosh, that didn't do any damage to him at all. That's disturbing. Alright, well, we're going to come over here and we're going to murder this guy from this angle. Anyway, guys and gals, if you want more information about the game, where to get the game, information on the developer, or any of that wonderful fun stuff, it will be down below in the description of the video. I also believe the original Legends of Eisenwald is actually also on sale. I want to say it's on sale for 50% off, too. So, you guys absolutely can't wait for the giveaway, or you don't think you'd want to win, or you just want to go and support the developer and give him access to amazing monies, because you guys are awesome. You can totally go ahead and do that as well and grab it for a pretty good discount. So, Just stuff to be mentioning to you. Anyway, the cool thing about spear using individuals is what you just saw there. Anyone who walks up on them to attack them, they will get stabbed. Unfortunately, that guy did like 50% of our HP in one shot, which also added a wound to us, which is not great. Did he heal himself? Is that what he did? Because I feel like that's what he did. Well, it's just him, and I really don't think he's got any possible way of killing us or defeating us. So we're going to try our very best to, I guess, take him out of the fight. I don't really know what to say. Now, we do run out of willpower. If you take a look over here, this is our willpower. Let's see here. Can we see her? She's got 19 out of 34 willpower. It cost us 15 to cast the spell. I'm not sure why we're unable to use it right now. Like, we have 19. It only costs 15. But it's possible that it costs more due to the fact that we have... I don't know. I don't know why. Honestly, I have no idea. This should still work, but it doesn't, for whatever reason. But we can skip this turn and get 10 of our spiritual power back, and we'll be able to cast the spell for sure. Still, like I said, it's pretty odd. I don't really understand why it works the way it does. Like, we still had plenty of oomph to go and cast it. But, whatever. Not that big of a deal. We're going to come over here. We're going to mash this guy upside the head with our Mace of Doom. Boom! Lightly stunned. And I believe this is going to put him in the ground. And we're going to still look pretty good. Just going to make sure we don't get 3 wounds stacked up on our boy over here, and we'll be fine. Alright, we got ourselves a Bear Claw and a Rod with Stone. It gives us 2 more spiritual power, which is pretty cool. Anyway, folks, that is going to do it for the episode. Again, all down below in the description, information about the game, where to get everything. Links, and more links, folks. Anyway, until the very next... Oh, it's off of pause. Oh, I think it's because I hit spacebar or something. It's my bad. Anyway, until the very next episode, folks, which should be, I want to say, Sunday is when I'm planning to do another episode. So look for a Sunday, Monday for the next episode of the wonderful, wonderful Eisenwald Blood of November coming at you. Until then, my name is Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.